Okay, we are live. Let's see here. Add here. And let's then see about... Alright, so, apparently I've got a bunch of these things. So let's go ahead and open up those first and see what happens. Lockdown! Targeting... Concentrated company targeting holster. And the lockdown, I'm pretty sure we already got one of those. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. G28, I've already got that, the Grudge. Okay, I'll have to check on that. And the something, something, and something. Okay. Alright, so, new weapons. The Grudge, what do you do? Perfectly vindictive. Killing an enemy with status effect applied grants you and allies within 20 meters 21% critical hit chance and 21% critical hit damage for 20 seconds. Well, that actually wouldn't be too bad with a ongoing directive build, since I'm always applying status effects or killing enemies with status effects. So that actually wouldn't be too terrible. Wonder if I can just put that on... I mean, on the one hand, yeah, okay. Anyway, concentrated, so what does this do? So 10% weapon damage, 30% weapon handling. Shooting an enemy marks them for 7 seconds? I can barely read that. When a marked enemy dies, receive 1 stack of weapon damage, 1 stack or 1 stack of 3% weapon damage and 2% critical damage for each ally or skill that has contributed to killing that enemy, including yourself. So you'll at least get 1 stack every single time. Max stacks is 35, stacks decay. Why is it so dark? I'd like to be able to see this against, lose 5 stacks, 6 stacks per second. Well, that's... Will you stop that, you idiot? Can I shoot you? God, every single time. I think you're standing in a place that's not near enemies, and then all of a sudden... Okay, was I just looking at the tipping... No, that's shooting bullets. There we go. Concentrate. Shooting an enemy marks them for 7 seconds. When a marked enemy dies, receive weapon damage and critical hit damage for each ally or skill that contributed to killing that enemy, including yourself. Max stacks is 35. Stacks decay every 10 seconds. Maximum amount of marks that can be placed is 4. Okay, so it does include yourself in making stacks. So as long as you could get run with a drone that's attacking the same enemies that you are attacking, you could actually run this build getting 2 stacks, as long as you're killing enemies faster than once every 10 seconds. Wouldn't be so bad. Oh, scrap that. And what's in here? Scrap that. Also, I need to clear out this. Very often, not very often do I use masks from this. So let's go ahead and you're kind of crap because I'd either need to reroll the headshot damage or the health damage and deal with the crap from one or the other. Oh, we did get this thing, which is, we got better. Alright, the GR9, pressure point applies weapon damage to 15%. The only downside to this one is I'd want to reroll the headshot damage or this. Firing your weapon increases accuracy by 1%, weapon stability by 1% per shot. up to 60% if you stop firing. The bonuses reset after 4 seconds. Right, I was wanting to look at this to see how, like, actually effective that is versus this. And I mean, 4% only increases it to 781 rounds per minute from the 750. And it's just not all that useful. Huh. Okay, well, we'll get rid of that. Okay, and then this. Nothing new there. These are all maxed out. G28. This is a marksman rifle. Yeah, it is. Magazine size, immobilize, yada yada yada. Yeah. Okay, then. Okay, so that's cleared out there. What's in here? Burn resistance. Okay, well, burn resistance going bye-bye. Armor and kill, protection from elites, shock resistance. That can go goodbye. Protection from elites, armor and kill. Okay. I think we cleared out these all in here somewhere. What we got here? Blast radius, duration, burn duration. I think those are fine. I don't have anything for traps. This is from the Banshee Scream set, which is the what the heck is it called? The specialization. Okay. So I want to play with rifles today. So, do I have a rifle build? I had that sniper build. Where did it go? Rifle spotter build. There we are. Confirm. So we've got this that gives us health damage and weapon damage. We have this that gives us rifle damage of plus 25%. This that gives us rifle damage at 10%, as well as damage to targets out of cover. This gives us armor and kill and total armor, as well as armor regen, perfect spotter, so we need to run the spotter build. And then this gives us 20% rifle damage, as well as magazine size. Okay, and then of course we also have the Ninja Bike backpack that gives us all these extras. Question, is there a actual set that is, like, intended for rifles? I mean, this one gives us rifle damage, but what does it actually do? Hitting a shot, a shot with a rifle or marksman grants a stack, max stack is equal to the weapon's magazine size. Reload will grant 2% weapon damage and 4% weapon damage per stack. No stacks acquired while the bonuses are active. This timer will run out. Will refill. The timer running out will refill your magazine. Per stack for 10 seconds. Switching weapons while this bonus is active will stop the effect and will refill your magazine. Switching weapons while bonuses are active will not. Will remove all stacks and refill your magazine. Huh. Headshot damage. So you gain stacks hitting a shot with a rifle or a marksman rifle. So every time you hit a shot, basically the... Okay, Okay, what else do we have? We've got the tipping scales one, which just requires us to continuously shoot. But it also gives us LMG damage, no rifle damage there. This one is strictly marksman rifles. This one's shotgun and SMGs. That's just the Hunter's Fury set. And this is status effects, clips, rigor, aces and 8. And this is another marksman rifle one, sniper rifle build. I'm kind of curious about trying Breaking Point build. Do I actually have the pieces for it is the next question. We'll have to go look. Okay, we do have the chest piece, so what does this do? Increases on-point bonus timer from 10 seconds to 15 seconds. So as long as I can empty the magazine before 10 seconds, I'll have used up all the damage modifiers. Weapon handling and weapon damage. Huh. I mean, if you have because it only stacks up to the maximum amount that you have in the weapon is equal to the weapon's magazine size. So if you have something that's got a low, like 5 rounds, that's only what 25, or actually that's only 20 weapon damage in total, which is really crap. So basically, you want a rifle or marksman rifle, although most marksman rifles don't have a large magazine. You want to, basically, I want to be running with something else. Critical hit chance. Oh, what's the backpack for the... Maybe it gives buffs to... yeah, the weapon damage increases from 4 to 7. So 7, that would give you at least 27 for a 5-round magazine. But it also requires you to hit every single shot from your magazine to get the max stacks. So that's something else to keep in mind. The other thing I wanted to do was to just... Okay, you're in a loadout. You're in a loadout. You're in a loadout. You're in a loadout. You're not in a loadout. Okay, there we go. Shove that in there. And you're in a loadout, and you are not in a loadout, so you can go. Weapon damage. I think I grabbed this just because it was just kind of good all around. You know, if I buff this to 12% and then tinker with it, that's assuming that you can't even do that. No, what I want to do is... Oh, I can't optimize you because I don't have it maxed. No. Okay, okay, anything else? Punch Drunk, that's the pistol one. And then that's just going to trash. You are in 2 different sets. Probably for the critical chance. Okay, so then... Well, see, like this one has a 57-round magazine, but then I'm also proficient with it. I'm proficient with that one, but like this one only has a 21. On the other hand, 20 times 7, you're looking at 140%. 147% if you can hit all 21 shots, though. That's a big if. But still, that's not terrible. Baker's Dozen. And the magazine capacity is increased by 30%. Missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return the bullet to the magazine. So technically, you could actually go past that 21%. Although it said max stacks was based on the magazine size, so that's something. As for magazine size, we don't have anything bigger than that, so that's would be it. The other thing to take into consideration, let's see, so you can actually go into stash. Basically, let's take out any rifles that aren't already... Oh, what? Not that. So you can go into stash. Actually, you know what? I'll keep that one. This one it can go into... It's in the rifle spotter build. Why did I do that? Well, it can go in there. Okay, we'll keep this one. So, 8. Boomerang. Critical hits have a 50% chance to return the bullet to the magazine. If a bullet is returned to the magazine, the next shot has 40% increase. It's actually not terrible. Anyway, that's another one that we need to hold on to. This one obviously need to hold on to. Any other rifles I have in here that are not proficient? You're a marksman rifle, you're a marksman rifle, you're a marksman rifle. You're a marksman rifle too? Good lord. They just don't have a lot in the way of actual rifles for... Well, you're a rifle. This one has a bi-trigger, if I remember rightly. Trigger fires on pull and release. If both bullets hit the same target, you gain stack. At 7 stacks, shooting at enemy deals amplified damage, creating a 7-meter explosion, dealing 50% weapon damage, consuming the stacks. It seems like a lot of gimmicks. Okay, and then you are not maxed out, so we're going to want to get you in there. You're maxed out. Everlasting Gaze. You're a rifle. You only have 11 round mag. Headshots grant 75% weapon status effect damage and duration for the next status effect you apply. Well, unfortunately, I don't have anything that's going to be that useful in that. Lightweight M4, LVAOC. How about this one? You're proficient. Surge. What does surging do? Headshots grant 25% skill damage. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take the ones that we currently have. Okay, and then we need to... So what are we going to do? I guess we'll go with the backpack. And the... That. Since we're using rifles, we'll go ahead and use the knee pads, which means, let's see, so, and then holster, we'll need the holster. Question becomes is what do we want to use? What do these things do? I don't even know. 50% minus 50% recoil penalty when hip firing, plus 50% minus 50% recoil penalty when blind firing for cover. Okay, don't care. On armor break, drop a smoke bomb at your feet. And grants hive skill haste per skill tier, detonating a hive, blah, 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 blah. We already have the thing. We can use contractor's gloves, but that gives us LMG damage, but it also gives us plus 8% damage to armor. What is the armor and kill? 10% armor and kill, but Eagle Grass, weapon handling. This does have rifle damage on it. But I would need to get... And it increases the magazine size. That's actually not terrible. Okay, and then I think this was the... Which one was the same thing? This one. So if we go with this one and this one, but then we would lose out on this rifle damage one. Alright, well let's start equipping this thing. Oh, I have 2 pieces? Oh, okay, well we'll get rid of that one. Alright, where'd it go? There it is. Breakpoint. Alright, so breakpoint, and then the backpack. Where's the backpack? Because this one we're going to want for the 7% upgrade on weapon damage. So, and then for the mask, we didn't pull out the mask. We could run with this. This would give us a bunch of the crit damage. You realize based on the last enemy you hit. And then we pretty much have to take... Fortunately, that does not get us... Gives us magazine size, which isn't necessarily a terrible thing, because that does increase our overall damage. Because now we have... here, let's go down to the shooting range. Only increases it by 2. That's not all that useful, so I'd rather just take this and then keep the rifle damage knee pads and the damage to targets out of cover. So, okay, and then status effects. 36% and only 93. Obviously, we're going to have to put on some of this. Let's tinker with you, and should we go with, let's see here. Let's put the mods on. Oh, you know what? This can be changed. Oh, you know what? We don't have any armor at all. E. No armor regeneration either. This will be a very squishy build. Also, why do I have two of these? This one's in the Heartbreaker set. This one is not. What does the Heartbreaker set do? Headshots apply a pulse for 5 seconds. Weapons hit on pulsed enemies add a stack of 1% bonus to armor and 1% bonus to weapon damage to pulsed enemies up to a max of this. 2 stacks lost for each second. Huh. So it's feels like they changed this recently. Anyway, anyway, that has nothing to do with the set I've got. So let's see. You've got critical hit damage. Let's put critical hit damage on you. Critical hit damage. Mod you for critical hit damage. There's that 11.9. I know it's in here somewhere. There it is. And then these things actually come with critical hit damage. And then we just need to figure out what we're going to reroll you guys into. Probably keep the critical hit chance here and change this into critical hit damage. So change you to critical hit damage. I can always change that again if I need to. Alright, and then the other things. The gloves have headshot damage. Ooh. Is that worthwhile, or should I change that to some critical hit stuff? Already at 120% critical hit or headshot damage. What do you have on you? Critical hit chance. And then you are critical hit damage. And you are critical hit chance, critical hit damage. Rifle damage. Oh, the other thing we need to change is this to people want to move out of my way. Rifles and marksman rifles. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll activate you because we're not going with pulse. A pulse setup. Oh, we need to change you to something else. Actually, you we can probably... let's go ahead and put in a marksman rifle with a high magazine count. We'll have to change that out to something actually useful. So, Tinker. Determined. What would be useful? Landing body shots adds a stack of 55% headshot damage to the next headshot. Max stacks of 3 seconds. Optimist, Strained, Sadist, Ranger, Steady Hands, Perpetuation. Oh no, that's the status effect. Oh, there go my brains. Ow. Okay, Future Perfect, In Sync, Flatline, Thunderstruck. Hitting an enemy with no armor grants 50% headshot damage. First Blood, but this is only... I don't understand why they bother with this. If scoped, your first shot fired from out of combat or after fully reloading from empty. So it's literally, like, the most useless. Magazine capacity is increased by 20%. Missed shots from cover have a 100% chance, so that's a lucky shot. Behind you, amplifies weapon damage for enemies that are not targeting you, but that's only useful if... And then precision. Killing enemies further than blah blah blah. Lucky shot might be useful. Naked, hitting an enemy with no armor, immobilize. Flatline, In Sync, Future Perfect. Headshots grant skill repair. Headshots grant status effects. Amplified weapon damage by 25% to burn enemies. Blinded enemies. Stability. Amplified weapon damage by 2% for every 4 meters you are further away from the target, but you can't control how far you are from the target. Killing an enemy with the status effect applies. Grants you this. Sadist, Fast Hands, Close and Personal, Strained. Each second of firing. Optimist, Preservation, Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants more critical damage. 10 seconds, and then Breadbasket. In terms of weapons, let's go ahead and try out the Lucky Shot, because that does increase the magazine size, which technically on this set increases the damage. 20% off of a 35 round magazine, I'll probably only get like an extra 3 or 4 shot bullets. But I mean, it's all I've got currently. Oh, and helps if I actually equip it, huh? What was the other one that I was thinking of? This guy. Boomerang. I want to learn this one, but apparently I don't have it on rifles. Can you even get it on rifles? Let's check. Tinkering Station, Library, Rifles, Marksman Rifles. Talents. Pressure Point, Streamline, Soft Skin, Soft Spot. Boomerang? Breadbasket, Killer, Optimist. Apparently you can't even get it on rifles anyway. Or on marksman rifles, rather. I wouldn't mind getting this. Soft Spot, destroying a weak point, Pressure Point. Amplifies weapon damage to enemies under the effect of status effects. Which, I don't understand. I mean, if you're going to be running like the ongoing directive set, why would you never just use the Sadist? Because it's a 30% damage to bleeding enemies. Like, and applying any other status effect, there's no real easy way to apply status effects, except with skills, which you have a cooldown on skills. That's why this one's kind of useless too. So yeah, I guess Lucky Shot is kind of the best of the batch. I mean, if you're not doing this, the whole determined thing. Or sadist thing. Problem with sadist using ongoing directive with marksman rifles is you tend to one-shot enemies a lot, and if they one-shot, it doesn't apply the bleed, which means this is completely useless, and you also don't get the ammo back because they died without the bleed being applied to them. So, preservation actually wouldn't necessarily be a bad one either, especially on this particular build. This one's actually not terrible either. So anyway, let's actually equip that thing. Marksman rifles, and we're gonna go ahead and take it down. Oh yeah, it puts it at 42 actually, from 35. That's actually not terrible. Let's take a look at our headshot damage, accuracy, stability, rounds, 15 round magazine. Should we change you? Because we don't necessarily have to use a scope with this. Although headshot damage, but it also reduces the critical shot damage. You could put critical chance on this thing. Alternatively, I could just try and focus on going with critical damage. Let's run this down to the firing range here and see how well we're doing. Alright, so, first off, we want to be in cover. Okay. Problem I always have with the whole headshot thing is there's, you know, no guarantee of headshots. Okay, so then... But we're on a time limit now. Oh, that's definitely 2 million damage there now. And we ran out of time, but it refilled the magazine. Okay, now we're on time limit. I mean, the damage increase is not terrible, but not great either. Also, the damage on this thing on just basic body shots is better than... I'm also doing a whole lot more in the way of crits. And I'm doing 1 million damage now. Okay, and with the crits, I'm doing 2 million damage. So, yeah. There's that. Considering, and compared to this is actually worse off. But I am also getting rifle damage from this. It's hard to say. The other thing is... I'm not sure as to what range we're at here, as to what's being triggered by the mask. But definitely would be better with running with crits here. Okay, and now we're doing... And that's 1 million damage on body shots, so that's not even headshots. 4 million damage on headshots. Wow. That's impressive. That is definitely impressive. The, this guy, not so much. Actually, taken into consideration, this thing does do half damage. Maybe we should try the SVD, although the SVD still is half the damage of the rifle itself, which is hilarious to me. We can also try you guys out. They're bolt-action ones instead. This one is set up for critical chance. And then we go with some... Let's get some critical damage on you. It's got the magazine mods, so that's why it's at 12. So let's try that then. I can't even see how... So that was 3 million damage. That's 3.2 million damage. So I should be getting a 70% increase once I actually... Problem is, of course, is... 4 million damage crit, 4 million damage, 4.8 million damage crit. Well, okay. 6 million damage crits. Okay, and then we started over again. Okay, yeah, this rifle not terrible. If we were to oh, you know what? I think I got the determined ruling. Oh. Well, that's actually not necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, determine's currently on right now. Can we turn you off? How do I... Here, get out of that. Nope, it's still on. There we go. You survived. Okay. So, let's just do body shots now. 2.9 million still. Okay, 1 million regular... Okay, 1 million regular damage. Okay, 1.1 million base damage. 1.1 million base damage. Okay, and then we're reloading. Okay, and now we're on a time limit. 3.7, those are crits though. Can we get some regular body shots here? 3.7 body shot. Okay, 1.5 million. Okay, so 1.5, so it's only about a 400,000 damage increase. On the other hand, if we can manage to get a headshot on an enemy and actually, you know, put them down, every shot after that is a headshot. As long as it actually kills them. Now that we're... So that's 6. And then we lost it. So then we'll have to... Huh. Okay. Interesting. Well, we'll try them out and see how they work in the actual field. Things to do... Okay, one of the other things I need to do is we need to change you... You're proficient... Oh, I was using this as my heal. So instead we're going to use drone heal. Are you the heal as well, or... No, that's the explosive seeker mine. This one, I'm pretty sure I have to have survivalist for the mender one. Which, I don't care about that, so instead we're gonna just take the, reviver. This is gonna be basically a build where I'm gonna be sitting in cover a lot. Alright, so, let's go ahead and do
The significant Black Tusk activity at the metro entrance near the
missions, some black test missions.
There's been a lot of Black Tusk activity around that metro entrance. Clear all hostile elements from the area.
Alright, what is my... There we go. That was weird. My mouse was not... Okay, first we want to play with the rifle. Although, starting out here... Well, whatever I'm going to be wanting to use first, first off, I need to keep with it because changing weapons changes out the stacks, so... Okay, 1.6 on the crit there, 400,000. Alright, so now we've got the full damage, and that was 2.7 million. Might be better if I was in closer range for this stuff. Ow! Man, I ran out of time. So, you get 10 seconds of super capability, and then you're kind of SOL. That is kind of the downside. It is building up to that. And you have to make sure to actually place your shots too. Because if you don't place your shots, it's a lot of gimmicking for, I don't think, a lot of bonus. Try it in a more run and gun style here. Ow.
Like that, cabron? Flying drones now!
Serious trauma detected.
Ow. Okay. And yeah, that's going to be the problem with any kind of run and gun style. Ouch, I'm on fire. Yeah, just pat yourself a few times, that'll work. Yeah, I'm not sure this is necessarily that worthwhile versus what my old build was. Where's my old one? Rifle spotter. So, and then we have to put, and the question is, can we fit a, we can put a linked laser pointer on here. Okay. And then as for you, can we fit a linked laser pointer on you? We can. The only downside to you is you don't have, well, we can actually change that. But you are not built for marksman rifles anymore. So we've got the weapon damage here. We've got the total armor kill. We've got the perfect spotter here. We actually have armor now with 1.3 million. This gives us rifle damage, magazine and rifle damage. This gives us rifle damage and accuracy. And then this, of course, gives us the rifle damage as well as some marksman rifle damage. And then in that. So we'll run this and see how much better that was than the other one. As for you, Camry and Force Launcher. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna change you. Give me the Oxidizer. Force people out of cover. As for you, let's see. First off, I've got you proficient, so let's try something that I don't have proficiency in, that I don't really care about changing this around on. Tinker, change perpetuation. Let's go ahead, let's see, do we want to put optimization on here? It's got less than 10 rounds in the magazine, so 10% will be every shot. Every shot will be doing more damage based on that, versus the determined, killing an enemy with a headshot. Next shot landed on any enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. Magazine capacity is increased, and missed shots from cover. Doesn't really matter what, so we're actually going to go ahead and put this on it. Then the other things we're going to be doing is modding it. So first off, we want a scope. We can go ahead and put the digital scope on there. Why can we not put the digital scope on there? Oh, because we're not running the digital scope. I'm an idiot. So 30% headshot damage there. Where's the other one? Your accuracy, stability. Where's the other large scopes? Huh. Okay, we'll just do that one. Alright, and then we want critical damage. Actually, oh, I'm an idiot. I should put flatline on this. Duh. Oh, well, except that you can't you don't have a long rail. Well, that sucks. Go ahead and do reload speed, in which case, is this even worthwhile? Yeah, we'll run it. I don't know if I'll actually use it, but we'll run it. And then, yeah, we've got the linked laser pointer on this guy. Let's go and reload this guy. Hello?
Keep pushing through.
They're trying to get around to the food court!
Alright, oh, hello. Ow, 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 ow. I've never seen a straight of warhound up there. But I was doing 2.7 million damage on that guy. And that was just basic body shots without needing to, like, build up the damage or anything. And it doesn't matter whether I... Oh, right. Every time I miss, when I'm in cover, the bullet just comes right back into the magazine. Come on. Here you are. Ah, come on. What? Can I... No, I cannot see you. Ow. Ah, miss. Okay. Determined will now be triggering headshots on every body shot. Ow. There we go. Does that count to triggering? It does. Oh, come on. So there is something to be said about just plain old determined. Apparently there was some glass in his... Oh, hello. Wow, I am just... Ah! Trash. This is why the AI kind of sucks, because it's like, he knows exactly when I stop aiming at him. Choked to death. Okay, well, we're gonna...
Watch your fire!
I mean, you can sit there and choke to death. I can do this all day. Annoying. Okay, let's go ahead and reload this. This works well, it's just, it works well because it's determined. It doesn't work well because it's good. Alright, headshot there. Okay, you... There we go.
Here we go! Copy. On your lead. Tusk down! I'll kill whoever did both! Jack Cabral!
Get down to the mall.
Alright, let's go and reload. So, this build that I made works fine. I mean, at least on challenging. I only ever play on challenging though, so it works fine for me. Wrong way. Why are you going that way?
Entering contaminated area.
Alright,
Liquid DC-62
oh, let's go ahead and get some
detected.
ammo.
Oh no.
Ow, ow, ow.
DC-62 on the streets has lost some potency over time and exposure to weather. But this stuff is fresh. Black Tusk must have found a stockpile of sealed barrels somewhere.
There we go. And then I should get the, yep, determined back. How are you able to shoot me, but I can't see you? There we go.
Active terminal detected.
Transmit any data you recover, so we can try to figure out what Black Tusk is up to.
What? That was bullcrap. Okay, well. Oh, reloading.
Sight line's no good.
What? Still didn't kill you? Oh, hello. How are you not dead? Alright. And yeah, I don't have to worry about any kind of stacks with this gun, or having it being on a time limit of being super powerful damage.
Keep an eye out for any Black Tusk intel.
Heavy contact. Pray for that. Enemy is coming around. Sending out the UAV now. They're gonna flank us. Not one of ours.
Thrown away!
Don't worry, it's not my blood.
Operator down!
Ah, come on.
Move it. I'm right here.
System
Wait, what?
curtailed.
Oh, goddammit.
System reactivated.
Firing air burst.
Alright, let's move here.
Avoid the bullets next time. Right there. He's down. Hit her hard. Someone help me!
Alright. Grab the computers.
Data received. Huh. There's a map of the tunnel system here.
So in terms of
We were right about their intentions.
rifle builds, I prefer this because I don't have to worry about getting stacks or this or that or anything. I mean, the determined snipers build that I have, the sniper elite build I call it, I have to worry somewhat about headshots, but only the first one. Or when I'm dealing with enemies that wear like helmets that can apparently tank infinite amount of ammunition or damage. So that's the only downside on that particular build. But I just have to have a follow-up headshot to get it rolling again, essentially. Whereas with the rifle build, you have 10 seconds of time, and then that's it. And that's after making sure you hit as many shots as you can to build that 10 seconds, or in this case 15 seconds. So you have 15 seconds of being super powerful, and then you have to go back to your basic damage again. And it just doesn't seem like it's that practical versus just having something that buffs a lot of rifle damage. I mean, I've got 25 here. I mean, we can just see right over here. Rifle damage, 82% and 75% weapon damage. All said and done, we're looking at, what's that, 150% rifle damage? So, and 100% on the marksman rifle, that's without this being equipped. So with it being equipped, that would be 110% marksman rifle damage. But it's not even built for that. It's built for rifles, essentially. Is this one actually worthwhile, or would it be better with something like that? Oh, no, I can't because I'm running the Ninja Bike Backpack. Ninja Bike Backpack, though, gives me some very nice things as well. But would it be better instead of running with health damage? Although this does give me 10% weapon damage, as well as giving me the 170 armor, or 166,000 armor, as well as a little bit of armor regen. But is there something else that could be better? Not you. This one would give me 5% along with the this, but I would lose out on any armor that I would gain from the other one. This one would give me some more critical chance. What is my critical chance? We determined it's 32. Is there a way to raise that? I could raise that. Well, actually, can I raise that? I could raise that here by another 6 or 5. But I would lose out on critical damage. Critical damage here. Headshot damage. We can reroll this into critical damage, though. Let's reroll that. Or we could reroll it into critical chance. Yeah, I'd rather go with critical damage. Part of the reason for that is rifles. Their secondary stat is critical hit damage. So I'm going for critical stuff on the rifle, on a rifle build, is because they are built, their secondary stat gives you critical damage. So that should put us at, yeah, basically 120% critical hit damage, with a 32%, which is basically 1 in every 3 shots, is triggering critical. Is any of that actually worthwhile? Because you're not. And you're not. And assault rifle, huh? Killer, health damage, critical damage, assault rifle damage. No. Alright, so yeah, running a sniper rifle on this build is kind of a poor man's sniper rifle. It's great for those long-range shots, though, I suppose. And it's why I basically am running as much critical chance as I can get. Sadly, they don't have a magazine that gives me critical damage. I think having the extra ammunition in the mag is more important than the reload speed there. Of a 0.4 increase.
Up and running. Got their range.
So yeah, I mean, that was no criticals there, and I'm doing almost 1 million damage.
We need to flank them.
But when I do a critical, it does like 2.2 million damage. So, where's this enemy that's supposedly somewhere around here? And of course, that's the other thing, I'm not even counting in the perfect spotter. And if this rifle was not a named rifle, I would have another 15% from spotter on there. Oh, I didn't know I could shoot through that. Okay. Wow, I missed every one of those shots? Or was it lagging? On the other hand, the perfect lucky shot on this is not terrible. There we go. Because being not having to worry about missing shots and having my ammunition run out is actually nice. Oh, hello. Take that off you and take off. There we go. And then
to the plaza.
and it's just plug away. Let's go ahead and put on... Where's one of my other rifles? You're all the way down at the bottom, aren't you? So this is actually one of the ones I really do like, even though it's less damage. It's faster firing. It's basically it's a slower firing assault rifle, essentially. So let's modify you. Put on the linked laser pointer. Your critical hit damage, your stability, and your rounds. The point of having the stability on this thing, though, is because it does fire so fast, its actual recoil is quite high. And if you were to not have that extra 30 stability, if we were to say, I want to run with critical hit damage, or critical hit chance, let's reload, and then run it, you can see how much higher it is. So, I mean, imagine trying to keep shots, basically just having to constantly slide down. So, I mean, there is something to be said. Let's see, stats. If I was to keep that on there, that would put me at 32, because without it, does put me a little on the lower side of that. Oh wait, that's showing the Baker, isn't it? Show me the other one. G. There we go. Oh, that's actually 41% without it. Is that because I have critical chance on it? It might be. Yes, I actually have critical chance on it, so there's something to be said about that. However, we're not going to run that one. We want to run ones that have thing do. But here's what we're going to do. First off, not you. So you have 32%. Why is that? What mods do I... Okay, so I do have this mod on there. Obviously, we're going to have to change you out to the linked laser pointer. And then we'll just put flat... Although, Streamline is better than Flatline. There's something to be said about that. But I don't always have my skills on cooldown. So if I use the skills, that does mean that I will lose out on that. So, what's your kind of... Oh, actually, it's not terrible. Kind of jiggles around, but it doesn't climb nearly as much as the ACR does. So we'll try this one out, see how well it works. See what kind of damage we get out of it.
Secure the area, Agent.
Exiting contaminated area.
Okay, 1.7. Okay, and then first thing, yeah, just unload into you. Not, wow. Like no crits off of that. .2, huh?
That sniper seems determined to deprive you of viable cover.
So at closer ranges this might be better, because it seems to kind of struggle at longer ranges compared to this weapon that does better at longer ranges. So in terms of rifles, and damage, even with that extra 42%, is not as great as the Baker.
Stand by.
Wow, that was just all kinds of trash, wasn't it? Ow. Ow, ow, ow,
Immediate
ow.
medical assistance needed.
And we're about to lose damage on it if I end up having to use a skill here. And there we go. So there's something to be said about that. I hear a ward hound. Alright. So, there's something to be said about the fact that this weapon is faster firing but lower damage, which...
What we could do if we reverse engineered and mass produce this liquid. No one could stand in the way.
As ruthless as the
Trash.
Two Sons were, the Black Tusk are smarter and more ambitious. Your actions here prevented a major war crime. I'm sure of it.
Of course, here's the funny thing about considering war crimes. Considering the spread of the virus, is there even a Geneva, any signers left of the Geneva Convention? Because it's governments that signed it, not people. I mean, people in governments that signed it, but governments that continue to uphold it even after the people who signed it are dead. So, let's take a look here. So then, you have 384, and you have almost 600,000. That's part of the reason that you do so little damage. We have this artisan tool. This is the one that I put critical on. So if I'm going to run something that's rapid fire, but lower damage, I might as well run something that actually is... more larger magazine, as well as just generally beneficial. In terms of your mods, what mods are you running? So you're running that. Do we have a linked laser pointer? We need to put a linked laser. We can't put a linked laser pointer on you. You don't have a long rail slide. Well, that kind of sucks. So I can't use you with this particular build. Anyway. I guess we will run this thing. But we can also change out this for critical damage, or we could change this out for that other thing. Where is it? Where's Boomerang? I want to try out some more Boomerang. Although, would it be better with Flatline? It's only a 15% increase to pulsed enemies. Amplified weapon damage. How does that compare to Streamline? Streamline increases weapon damage by 42% when no skills are on cooldown, versus Amplified. What is increases versus Amplified? Let's see here. So, give me a Division 2 difference between increase and amplified. Okay, increased damage is additive. Stacking with others plus percentage damage sources, while amplified is multiplicative. increasing and acting as a final multiplier to your total damage. Increased damage is generally less effective the more you have, whereas amplified damage, so if we were to take, so basically this 42% is along with this weapon damage. So so basically if we were to look in here, this number is getting increased by 42%, or this number, either one. Or it's getting increased by 42%, and then all the other damage modifiers get added on top of it, versus this damage modifier amplifies 20% is getting added on after all of those, all this has been added up. Then that 20% gets added on top of it. So in terms of that, this actually would be better with flatline on it. So let's go ahead and get into it, and streamline and flatline. And we'll probably see larger damage numbers. We were getting 1.2 with the 1 on it. Although we might not get as much as I'm thinking, because 42% is still a decent chunk. But we'll find out. And then what's it showing in here as being new? Oh, right, this guy. That's a lot of resources to get this damage to armor up, but... Oh, and I do have this proficient already. Do I have a better proficient version of this? What's the other one I've got down here? It's the tactical M24 versus the Mark 48. Let's go take a look at our stash. So LMGs, where's my LMGs? Okay, so the black classic M60 RPK. Is there a reason I'm holding on to this? Because it's a decent roll, and I can always re-roll this. Is there a reason I'm holding on to it though? Because I already got a black market RPK, and there's not really much difference between the two weapon systems as far as I know. And I've got a decent military RPK. And changing out the talents, you can change these out in the field now, so it's not even something I'd need to particularly hold on to. This one, I changed it to damage our target, and this is the perfect pressure point one. Although it's still... Although that's amplified damage... Oh no, this is amplified damage too, so... This would be good for any status build, so if I was to run the fire build or whatever. Anyway, Mark 46, military Mark 46, has sadist on it, it's got critical hit chance, damage to targets out of cover, of course, and it's almost a perfect roll on it. Versus one that I would have to spend a lot of resources on, I'm thinking no. A lot of resources I would have to spend on getting this thing maxed out. Where did you go? There you are. Alright. Go ahead and have yourself a Merry Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Alright, okay, so we're gonna try this guy out. You know, right down here. I'm curious, actually, so we are going to use you. Alright, so this is with it lased, and basic body shot, 560k damage. Then, let's tinker. Flatline. We're going to go ahead and put the... Where did you go? I know I have you in here. Streamline, there you are. Body shot. Yep. Okay. So the so flatline, the 15% amplified damage is better than the 42% additive damage. Good to know. But the other thing I wanted to try was, what am I doing? Stop that. You. Tinkering. The boomerang on it. So boomerang. Critical hits have a 50% chance to return the bullet to the magazine. If the bullet is returned to the magazine, the next shot has a 40% increased damage. It's a 40% increased damage. It is not amplified damage. So this is actually even worse than Streamline is. So we're going back to Flatline. So that's actually interesting to me. Huh. I mean, if I wanted to run something that wasn't a spotter build, although I'm not sure what... well, if I wanted to run something that wasn't a spotter build, I'd run Sadist, because I'd be running my ongoing damage build. With the ongoing damage... The bullets from ongoing damage, are they additive? Or are they... So let's see. Hollow point, killing an marked enemy grants a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon, half the clip of the agent's weapons to the rest of the party. Hollow point amplifies the damage by 20% and applies bleed on hit. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, this amplification to 50% on these bullets. So if I was going to be running this build, I would be putting Sadist on these weapons, because Sadist is... Sadist is another 30% amplification. So when running the ongoing directive build, as long as the target is bleeding, you are doing an 80% amplification of damage, which is better than the perfect spotter, which is only 20 and 15, so 35 amplified damage. But the downside to the ongoing directive is it only works on live targets. Any robots, it's completely useless against. However, I'm pretty sure the hollow point amplifies weapon damage, so you're still getting 50% amplified weapon damage. Because you may not apply the bleed and therefore getting the Sadist buff, but you are still getting the damage buff from it being hollow point rounds in the first place. So it actually makes me wonder if I don't want to try changing this out to a build. So let's see about this. Let's go to loadout. Let's go to our ongoing damage build. The only other downside is the fact of you have to kill an enemy with bleed on them. Okay, and then I want to keep, because this increases total weapon damage by another 18%. Is that worthwhile? Because that is only an 18% additive. I mean, it's not terrible. And I would be basically keeping it ongoing constantly. But would it be better than, say, keeping the backpack on here? Which, yeah, the ongoing directive backpack, I would need a different one. Increasing your bleed duration of your bleed by 50% and bleed damage done by 100%. The duration would be the more important thing there, but having an extra 100% damage on your bleeds isn't necessarily terrible. The other thing we would want to do is change you out for the knee pads, because we want the rifle knee pads. So we want the rifle knee pads. We want to change you out for the ongoing directive backpack. We can keep this and it would still give us the damage to armor, or we can swap to Actually, we can keep you. We can put on ongoing directive gloves. Do I have any ongoing directive gloves? I do. They are the status effect ones. But we can also then change you out to... Where are you? The problem with this one is it doesn't... I don't get the rifle damage. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, I think it would still be better to have the ongoing directive. That one. And then change you out. We can run with this guy. Or we could run with the vial. Kind of a half and half build, though. We would obviously change this skill out for something else, but I also feel like this wouldn't be bad. I don't want to change these out because I want to keep my bleed build as at its full status effect, essentially. That actually does beg the question. The closer... No, where is it? There's this guy. Okay, this is amplified damage. Okay. So that's good to know. Okay, and then we'll change you out for the rifles. Where are my rifles? There you are. So we'll put the Baker's Dozen in here. And then we'll put the other one in here, although this one... And this is the other thing, is we don't need to have a weapon that gives... that has a long rail. We can run one with the critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and that. We don't have to run... We don't have to have weapons that only have the long rail to fit the linked laser pointer on there. So that is a benefit there. Let's go ahead and use this one, though, and we can mod you and put on, and say, some critical damage. Critical damage, critical chance, 5 rounds in the magazine. Let's go ahead and tinker with you. And we'll be putting the sadist on here. And I can't change that one because I've been changing this one around. So, with Sadist on there, we'll be getting a 30% damage increase against bleeding enemies, but that's only if they're bleeding. So we'll see how this runs. The only other downside here is the fact that I have absolutely no heals. That is a downside. What's my normal lead ongoing damage? Oh, I had armor on this and armor on that. Well, let's first off come over here. So... Oh, and we have to actually apply the... There we go. Now we have the bleeds. So 70k in there, and then so 400, and then once the bleed's on there, it's an extra 100,000. We haven't gotten that. There we go. Criticals. And of course, we do have the infinite ammo. What's our critical chance on this thing? Ooh, 25%. Down to 1 in every 4 bullets. That might be part of the problem. I can re-roll this into critical chance. I could also re-roll this into critical chance. I wonder if I have some non... The other thing we could do is we could just run this and run that other backpack. Let's run that other backpack and see how well that works. So we were doing 500,000 there. Then where's that other backpack? Is this it? Yes, this is it. And the other thing is this has armor on kill, so that's another bonus. As for any other gloves, we have to run ongoing directive gloves, but do we have some better gloves? Nope, we don't have any better ongoing directive gloves. Alright, well, we'll stick with these ones for now. This backpack is giving us critical chance and critical damage, so we are now at 30%. So that's better. Let's see here. So we're at 30% on that. That's better. Okay, and how about headshots? Headshots are 800 to million. That's a hit. 895. 1.1 million. Here, so if you're bleeding, and then we do a headshot that's not a critical, it's 1.1. Okay, so headshots also get, so pretty sure this is better than the other build. But to test that, so 600k I just saw. 1.5 millions in the crits. Okay, 600k, 600k, so 646k in terms of body shots when they are bleeding. So it has, in the first shot, can we get some non-crits? There we go. First shot implies a bleed, and then... And that's with this running, so that actually was better than having the bleeds on there. Speaking of which, what are the bleeds doing now? Ah, 37,000, but... So, that actually is working, but let's compare to the other, to my other builds. So we were doing 646 body shots once the bleed is applied. Okay, so let's change our loadout to the sniper, the rifle build, rifle spotter build. Yes. Alright, and then we modify you. We will put the linked laser pointer back on there. Modify you back to this guy. Put the linked laser pointer on you. Okay, and then we want to reroll you into the flatline. So flatline, 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 flatline. And the benefit, there's a benefit of this over the other one, is the enemy doesn't have to be bleeding, they just have to be pulsed. And I pulse enemies as soon as I look at them with this build. Right? That is what that is supposed to be doing. Linked laser pointer? Yes. So... But it is less damage still. I'm doing only 480,000. That's the damage to armor kicking in there. Why is it sometimes showing 500 damage? I mean, those are the crits. I don't want to see the crits. I want to see baseline damage. So, 406. We're doing even less than we were before? Why was that one doing 500? What is triggering that is causing these things to Are these things not getting... Okay, they are getting pulsed. So, in terms of damage, my ongoing directive build is still better. Of course, then I also do have the bleed build. We just scream at the enemy. And then pop once, and 100k damage on the bleeds. Another 98k from the damage from that. And then, of course, I can just... But the nice thing about this is the fact that I can just pop and then get into cover. And they're shooting at me while they're slowly bleeding to death. Even the purple ones end up... I think they end up dying from it. Yep. So I can just do something like that. And they all die. So... Loadouts... So the ongoing damage build, if I want to use rifles, we have to obviously change you out for the ongoing damage directive gloves, but these are the ones that have that. So we need to get some new gloves, and then the Fox Prayer things there, and then we go with the, we can stick with this SIG rifle actually. How does this rifle work? So let's do this. Okay, and then... So it's still the 37k, but... So 477k when I applied the bleed, but after I've applied the bleed, 600. And it only, of course, takes one bullet to apply the bleed, so... Bleed's never going to kill anybody, but it's not there to kill anybody. The bleed is there to allow me to do more damage to the enemy. And like I said, this allows me to use any rifle, not just ones that have the ongoing, or have the linked laser pointer on them, or can equip the linked laser pointer, rather. So, let's do this. There we go. Problem here is, if I kill them before the bleed gets applied, it's kind of a problem, because I don't get the recharge and the reset. Now, if I fire... Okay, this, even though it doesn't take ammo out of the magazine, it still counts using the hollow point rounds. So that is something I have to take into consideration there. So... It still works solidly, we just need to change you out for something. I need to get myself another set of ongoing directive gloves if I'm going to run this build. We can also do this, where we can apply either critical chance... Yeah, we'll apply critical chance, and that will give it 37% at the 130. And then for this one, 42 with 155. So... Oh, this one actually already... Oh, okay, it's already proficient, so I need a different rifle. This boomerang. Let's go ahead and change you out. Modify. Did I just change out the... no, I changed out that one. Alright, so anyway, we need to modify you with something... with Boomerang instead is going to be Sadist. There we go. Okay, and then what's your mods? So critical, we can change you out for the smaller one, but the 7% critical damage, ammunition. So what does this give me in terms of 32% with 133? I think we can change that top cover to the critical chance. There we go. Yeah, gives us the 37%. And 130. So, yeah, we'll run that. And then, let's see here. Where is my show targeted loot? Do we have any ongoing directives? Oh, we do have some of the tipping scale over here. Ongoing directive... It must be over in this area, but instead we're going to go ahead and just do this. Select targeted loot. Give me... hot shot, no. Ongoing directive, there we go.
We need you to secure a skyscraper. This may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
The only downside to this particular build is the fact that you have to keep that the ongoing directive ammunition. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, let's change you out to something... Chem starter? Chem launcher fire starter set? Nah. We're already using pulse on one side, so we can't use it on both sides. Suppose we could just make the drone. It can just distract enemies. Use the striker drone. All right. Okay, where is the enemies? Thank you. Kill that guy. Let's go reload. Alright, let's work on, actually, you know what? No. Ah, shoot. Well, actually. There we go. We'll probably bleed to death from that. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, hello. Yeah, the drone will flush them out of there. Come on. There you go. Did you just destroy my drone? You just destroyed my drone. That's rather rude. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this. Come on. Okay, we need to get in there and kill you. Ow. Well, we're out of...
I'll set up a turret.
Here we go. Alright, we got mask and holster. Neither of these are useful for me. Unfortunate. And the firm handshake. Which, I think I have this. Just never found a reason to actually use it. And then, yeah, the mask, which, again, not useful. Although, if it's... Nope, nope, not useful. Okay, so, anyway, if I remember rightly... First off, we'll get some... No, nothing useful there. Wait, there should be a... Ah, there it is. And there's nothing useful there. Alright. And then we can sell to this vendor. You gonna open? Thank you. Alright. So, in terms of a rifle build, I think Ongoing Directive is better than a strictly rifle build, trying to buff the rifle stat itself, in which and
Agent detected.
oh god, really? And you guys probably... Oh no, you didn't make me reset my ammunition. Well, we'll see if we can actually fight and defeat these guys. Where are they? Is he underneath me? Oh, well, there's one of them.
Hostile striker drone detected.
There we go. That actually worked out fairly well. Oh, and you're right below me, huh? Ah, can't really see you, can I? Can we aim this direction?
Detected.
Oh, hello. Wait. Oh, god damn it.
Serious trauma detected.
You are... Yeah. And if you're just gonna stand there for it... Ah, come on. Wow, that was some trash. Okay, I don't know why he was just doing Jack in the Box there, but...
Eliminated.
Hey, we won. Alright, so ongoing directive, chest piece. We don't want chest pieces, we want gloves. Cloak. Huh, this is new. I've never seen this before. Reduced threat, huh? That's... The increased threat, reduced threat things. I also love how this is on it's a reduced threat of 50%, but then the second thing on here is an increased threat of 100%. What good are these? What good are these? They literally negate themselves. I mean, I'm gonna take it because it's the first time I've seen that piece, but it's still hilarious. Alright, and then let's go loot the other one. Hopefully they dropped me some globes. They did not. Unfortunate. Alright, and then, oh, very nice. A maxed out LV AOC with headshot damage. And sadist on it, even. I mean, I'm already proficient in it, but I will go ahead and take it anyway. Oh, excuse me. Oh, right, I have to climb. And we're almost out of hollow point rounds for this rifle. So we'll need to make sure to... Next enemy we find, we shoot them in the body and kill them to recharge the ammunition. That's why the, it doesn't really... Oh, hello. Oh, God.
System malfunctioning.
Okay. Okay, well, that was easy. However, I did burn through all of my bleed ammunition, which is unfortunate. My grenades. Are my grenades the bleed grenades? Also, we got something new out of that? Oh, right, those things. We got some new guns. What guns did we get? Oh, right, the Lexington. Duh. It was a rifle. I wonder how in a headshot... Can you get determined on these things? Is determined one of the ones that you can get? It is one that you can get. Killing an enemy with a headshot, next shot landed on the enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. That would be interesting. The only downside to that is I'm pretty sure that the build... the hotshot only works on... marksman rifles. Yeah, it only works with marksman rifles. So that is a downside. But you can use, I think it was the closer set? No, the chain killer set. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150 damage of the killing blow. Damage is capped at 800 of your weapon, yada yada yada. So you can, I could make a build that does not, for rifles, that is a headshot rifle build, essentially. But you would first off need something like the M1As, rather than these lower damage things. So that would be something that we would have to take into consideration. Is finding rifles that have high damage, that are more like marksman rifles, essentially. Something like the Lexington, or the lever action rifles.
Nearby hostage situation detected.
Alright, well, first you. There we go, and then... That was easy. But as we saw when we got a critical there on the one guy, he died before I could get bleed ammo back from him. Oh, did we need to change... No, this is actually one of the ones. Alright. Oh, it's Warhounds, huh? But they're hacked Warhounds, so we just have to destroy... Hey, this is what we're looking for. Unfortunately, this is crap! Well, sort of. We could re-roll the weapon damage and just work on maxing that out. We'll take this for now. And if we see something better, we'll go ahead and grab it, but... Alright, Ow. Ow.
Medical assistance needed.
Okay, the last one is going to be a problem because it is back behind the other one. I wonder if I can still hit it from here. There we go. That takes care of them. Alright. Unfortunately, we did kind of burn through a lot of ammo. Oh, another set of gloves. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the other ones. I think it's actually even worse, so we'll do that. And then, real quick, take a look. So this, 10.9, yeah, versus 10.2. Alright. I also need to keep an eye out for any things. Thing doing. What do we got here? Assault rifles. Yeah, no. Any of the keys is what I'm talking about. Because this is the floor with...
EMP jammer detected nearby.
Alright, so EMP jammer, huh?
System curtailed.
Go.
System disrupted.
Ow, what the hell is behind me? Oh,
Serious trauma
okay.
detected.
Okay, let's take out this EMP jammer.
System restored.
Okay, and then as for the last guy... I mean, you're that. Where's your... Seem to be able to keep the ammunition rolling in this gun. I haven't seen any keys, though. Which is unfortunate.
Copy. Weapons on hot.
Airborne toxins at unsafe levels. Filters failed. Vital
Ow.
signs critical.
Heal, 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 heal. Ow.
Agent vital signs.
I think I died from the poison there.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Alright, unfortunately when I die, that does also mean that I lose all of my ammunition stacks.
Assault drones detected.
Oh, fun. Well, nice thing about that. Can I reach the other one and still stay within this one? I can. Nope, I'm gonna need to be over here.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Okay.
Terminal infiltrated.
Ow. Okay. This also does give us another chance to look around, see if we've got any keys around here. Not seeing any, but there's a lot of little back rooms in this particular area. Probably would have broken my ankles considering the pack I'm carrying. Nope, nope, nothing. Okay. That makes life easy.
Hostiles incoming.
Is it people? Oh, fun. We did get our ammunition, though. Alright. Oh, and I did not get this last time. Really? Targeted loot. Nope. And nope. Nope. Hello. Or is she gonna come down after me, or? Okay, and still no keys. Put an explosive pack on them. Alright, and just look around the room a little bit, see if there's any yellow thingies. Yellow beams of light. Not orangish yellow beams of light. What are you? Magazine size, rifle, critical damage. I don't see anything particularly worthwhile keeping here.
unsafe levels. Filters failing.
Get into cover.
Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
There we go. All right. And still
Filter
no
function restored. Air
yellows.
quality acceptable.
Still no mellow yellows. And yeah, no, none in here either. Alright, so up to the 13th floor. Hopefully we'll find the key up here. Hopefully we won't die
Hostile
up
striker
here.
drone detected. EMP jammer detected nearby. System malfunctioning. System
We're fighting
reactivated.
drones here. Alright, so... Lost my ammunition there, but couldn't be helped. Okay. Oh, and we're doing it again here. That always does make me laugh. And they've never tried to fix it. I couldn't. Considering how long the summit has been out. Alright, so we're not gonna go that way. We're gonna go first through here and grab the key. Yay! We found the key. Give me key. Give me key, give me key. You know what? The other thing I have been forgetting to do is setting my... Isn't there... Yes, challenges. There we go. Ascent. No. Blinding enemies. Combat efficiencies. Skill demolitions. Crowd controls. Shoddy sniper. How about ones that just let me climb the tower? Or is that not a thing anymore? I could care less. Alright, anyway. Okay, so we're just supposed to be doing in here.
Shade tech detected.
Of course it is.
I see a Guardian drone. Neutralize anything.
Assault turret detected. Hostile sniper drone
Ow.
detected.
God, I hate the shade turret crap.
Agent five.
Oh, so what would happen to my revive?
0. Hostile striker drone detected.
What happened to my revive? I don't have it on. I'm an idiot. Alright, so that's what we should do, be putting on here. Reviver. Forgot to use the thing half the time anyway. Alright, and that means I have to start all over again. God, son. Well, there's some gloves. That was it? Okay, these actually decent gloves? No, they're even worse than the last ones. Great. Can we not get some decent gloves? And let's pop this on and get the ammunition for this.
Nearby hostage situation detected.
Taking care of it.
Will be a beacon to all. Were they expecting us?
Alright.
They got a clear shot at me.
How the fuck is it over there?
Alright.
Active terminal detected.
All right, I'm here.
Did they just drop 2 pieces of soot? I can't see you.
Terminal controlled.
Alright, anyway. Alright, so what do we drop here? No, it was just 1 piece. And it was still the wrong piece, so does not matter. Okay, and let's see. There we go.
Give it up.
Okay, we need to scrap some stuff. Because we're running out of space. Okay, and hopefully 413 won't be a stupid thing
Hostile striker drone
again.
detected.
Hostile striker drones, oh, fun.
Hostile drone detected.
Oh, we're supposed to be hacking terminals. Where? Game? The game is bugged. Oh, there's one.
Terminal infiltrated.
Nope. Mom? Hmm. Okay, so... Of course. Brain dead monkey. Oh, and that was the end of the level. Interesting. I didn't see a key around here, though. Let's run in here and see if maybe it's in here. If not, we're just gonna go up to the next levels. I must have missed the key somewhere along the way. Oh, nope, never mind. Hey, there it is. Okay, they took pity on me and finally decided to make the 13th floor an easy one. Maybe we'll actually get some gloves out of this. Nope, we got crap out of it. Alright, junk and more junk and more junk and more junk. Alright. I need to open up the door. Okay, and I have some journey rewards. What journey? Oh. An ugly outfit. Got it. Okay, and it reset our ammunition, which is unfortunate. There we go. Wow, what are you shooting me with? Oh, it's one of those guys. That's annoying. No, here. Alright, mission accompli. Any... and no, just garbage. Unfortunate. Of course, who can see? And
Terminal in hostile control.
so we got hack warhounds again.
Yeah. Screw.
Terminal destroyed.
There we go. That was relatively easy. Ah, there's a key. Okay. Secure the area. Alright.
Ready for some pain. Moving up.
Where are they? Oh, one's over there. Hey, actually bled to death. That makes my life easy. Alright. Display. Yeah, the only problem with the bleed build is the fact that it does not work on robots. As far as I know, none of the status effects works on the robots. Ooh, okay. Journey. What journey? Oh, that journey. Okay, well, claim rewards. I mean, I've got all this stuff. Okay. Complete open world activities, capture points in any named zone. Named zone. They're all named. What are they talking about? What does that mean?
Server terminal detected.
We're gonna have to fight more droids. Drones, I believe was the word I was looking for there. That's an interesting term. Smoke them like a Christmas ham. Did you just blow yourself up? Okay,
I'll cover you.
What's this? Garbage, that's what this is. Hostile lieutenant, because we are on floor 16. We'll need to be careful on that.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
You missed. Well, I'm missing. What is up with you guys in Christmas? Okay, we got a chess piece, which we don't care about. What do we got here? We got another chess piece we don't care about. I mean, yeah, this one is pretty much almost perfect. And we got a mask we don't care about. Maybe I should just take the pair of gloves that I had and just work on maxing them out. How much? Oh, I only have 3 spots left. Well, let's go open up the other one. We're gonna be scrapping this anyway. Well, I think we're just gonna work on the gloves that we've found. Because I'm tired of running this. Is it over here? It is over here, and to do this we have to destroy... Is it still doing... It's still doing depth of field. Even though I had that turned off. Did it actually turn it off? Graphics, depth of field. Off. Apply. There we go. Alright, Ah, there it is. Okay, and this is useless. That's useless. That's... there we go. No goo. Okay, we'll go up to the next level, and then we're going to go ahead and exit here, and we will re-roll the gloves I found. And then I think we will start doing some of the journeyman stuff, I guess. So, gloves we found were these ones. And we're going to tinker with them and re-roll you into... what do we want? So with this, we got 37, 130, 37, 120. So I'm thinking just more critical damage. And then we just need to optimize you. Wow. It's going to go by a whole 0.1. That's kind of BS if you ask me. Well, this will go to a whole 12.3, so that's actually a whole lot better. Maybe they make up for it. This is a 13.6. And this will max it out. There we go. Alright, so all said and done, we still end up with kind of low on this, but I don't want to reroll these. First off, I can't. And I don't think I have another pair. So yeah, we're kind of SOL on that. We do have these other chess pieces. We can find one that's got a decent roll on it? Of course not. Actually, I mean, if we can find any other piece besides the gloves, we could find... Actually, wasn't there another... There was another. This actually wouldn't... Well, I would want this to be critical damage. What's my current one? Critical damage, yeah. I'd want it to be critical damage if I could get critical damage on the other piece. We'd get an ongoing directive of that, but it's, again, repair skills. So at this point in time, as long as we get one of these three pieces, that's not necessarily bad. As long as we get one of those three pieces with critical damage on it. Oh, and here, let's go ahead and open you guys up. Alright, some knee pads that were assault rifle knee pads, reload speed, Stability, blah blah blah. Nothing useful. Mask with rifle damage, but it's no better than the knee pads. Alright, and then backpack with just LMG on it. Okay, nothing. Alright, and then we did get some guns. We got another 1886. But I've got better already. I've already got that, so yeah, that's nothing good. And then we got this, which has got Reformation on it. Alright, so none of this is useful. And interestingly enough, it didn't change out my, or didn't reset my ammunition. Also, double check. No key back there. Alright. Ow. Get out. It's one of those guys, the heavy weapons machine gun guys. Basically the fake minigunners. Alright. So we used our revive already, which will take a minute and a half to reset. Actually, I think it's more like 3 minutes. I don't know why the crates within this area do not drop the targeted loot. You would think they would, but they never do.
Assault drones detected.
Oh.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Rather than wasting my good ammo. We don't see any yellows. No yellows. And that. There are more drones? I think it's more drones. And more garbage. Jeez Louise, give me what I need. Back to turrets.
Detected.
Okay.
Finding cover.
Because knowing my luck, we're never gonna get another piece of things except for gloves and knee pads and backpacks. Assuming we get another piece ever. Good lord.
System disrupted.
Okay, well, we know what's in there.
System back online. EMP jammer detected nearby.
Agent.
Alright, and I saw that. Give me the keys. I hear footsteps. Okay. Alright, so the final floor, we have yet to get anything in terms of
Accessing server.
gear.
Field terminals detected nearby.
Ah, really?
Take them down. They lost the coast. Went too high.
Well, seriously, die. Okay, well, we'll get this. Wow,
Terminal
that was a good throw. Alright, so now we can just... Ow. Alright. Hey, what do we get? Knee pads. Didn't I say? From now on, we're gonna get nothing but knee pads and backpacks and gloves and...
hostage situation nearby.
Just give us all flamethrowers.
I missed. I do like that I can literally hear the shells flying off and...
Work together. How did it run out already?
I love how she's all work together.
Get away from me!
Hey, we did get a chest piece there. Nice. So is it a good chest piece is the next question. 13 skill damage. No. Answer is no, it is not a good chest piece. Oh, and we need to scrap all these other pieces. Alright, give me... way up. Alright, so we should be able to go open up this... We can also just farm the 20th floor, I believe. And gloves, hey, just what we wanted. Mask, though. That we can take a look at. Unfortunately, hazard protection. Nothing particularly special there. Special ammo holster. Is that the... Yeah. But, you know, unfortunate. Unfortunately, it is completely useless. I mean, even if I just get one with critical damage, even if it's not a good roll on it, I can always level it up. I just need to get one with critical damage on it. Oh, select challenge. Complete a boss 4 without an agent being downed. That's easy enough to do. That's literally what I'm on, but if I'm going to farm this, I am going to be getting downed. Because basically what I have to do is I have to kill the boss, then die after looting.
System malfunctioning. High-risk target detected. System reactivated.
Okay, you. Kill me. At least I think that's how this is supposed to work. Although it's interesting that it's giving me, just warhounds to fight.
Serious trauma detected.
Yep. You want to keep going? Come on, you can do it. Literally, my health is regenerating.
Agent incapacitated.
Oh right, I have to wait for that thing to recharge. Yeah. Wait, I'm invulnerable? I was not aware that I would be invulnerable for a period of time. There we go.
Agent
So let's take a look at that thing I got. Headshot damage. Unfortunate. Okay, we got some enemies here.
Get over here! Hit her home!
high-risk target detected.
Ow. Ow.
Agent out of action.
Yeah.
Agent vital signs 0.
I didn't want to kill all the enemies, though. But we'll try it again anyway. It's not like I have to go far, at least, with this. Actually, let's try this one. Can't shoot you, huh?
High-risk target approaching.
Ah, he spawned over there. Of course he did. Ah, they fixed it. He doesn't spawn things now.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
That kind of sucks. Because it was a nice way of doing it, but... Alright, there you are. And we got some gloves. Of course we got gloves. What else would we need? Yeah. Oh, these are the status effect gloves. Alright. So... Oh, what's in the summit cache? Optimization materials... nothing particularly special. How much do we have there? We got that. So they made it so that you can't farm the boss anymore, which sucks. These are actually not bad rolls, but I'm pretty sure I already have one of those. Alright, then give me you. Oh wait, there's some things here. Oh, crap. And... crap. Alright, then give me... real quick. Wanna just... armor and kill... leave resistance. Okay, neither of these are particularly that useful. I've got higher versions. Alright, what is new? Oh, this one. Duh. Okay. Don't care. Oh, we should look at our season stuff. Alright, so we got a new patch. Which, okay. And we did get this, so let's find out what this thing does. Submachine gun. Which... there you are. Froth. So the Froth is perfect to mobilize, so amplified damage against enemies that are ensnared. Which, as far as I know, there's only one way to ensnare enemies. Also, why do I not have any mods on you? Weird. But in terms of ensnaring enemies, as far as I know, this does not. This can shock, repair, or bleed. Sticky Bomb is just EMP, fire, and bleed. Smart Cover is just smart cover. Decoy is just decoy. So as far as I know, the only way to do that is with the Riot Foam. It's the only way to trigger an ensnare on an enemy. Nothing else can apply ensnare. So, you know, it's one of the most worthless of skills. Really, talents, gun talents. One of the most worthless of gun talents.
Safe area entered.
Alright, so we'll sell off the crap. The froth is just gonna go straight into my stash. Excellent execution completed. Oh, because I did finish that, one thing. Did that? Was that what the... That's what that was. Okay. Here. Inventory. Sell junk. There we go. Alright, so the froth can go in there. Where are you? Frothy, 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 frothy. Where's my SMGs? There you are. Alright, send that to the stash. Can I... What's my, I mean, that's the optimization. That's not what I'm worried about. Expertise. My expertise level is 10. So the guns that I have could go in there. I don't want to change this out because I don't want to screw up my other bleed build. I could just run this for only when I've got rifles and just not bother with making a whole separate build for it. Could also just run this and not bother with running, let's see, where are you? There you are. Not care about the fact that I'm getting damage buffs because everything is bleeding. Where are you? There you are. Wait, no, not that one. This one. We should put some of this stuff back in our stash, too. So, first off, this one can go in there. This one can go in there. Okay, in terms of that stuff, it's all put in there then. Because all damage includes your bleeds. Alright, so let's take a look here. Let's do a quest.
Black Tusk troops have overrun the Lincoln Memorial. Presumably... out of there.
So, we'll get the bleed on this first.
Black Tusk has taken over the memorial to control access to the bridge. Get them out of there.
Enemy helicopter approaching.
Get yourself ready, Agent.
Yeah, we can stay up here.
On the way.
There's bound to be more of them. Circle around to the flank.
That was easy. Alright, open sesame. This is also why I run the jammer pulse on this particular build, because of the enemy drones.
Hello, Asshole. Troops in contact. Over. Lock this in.
Alright,
I'm Oscar Mike.
There are more targets past the gate.
targeted loot is the concentrated companion gloves. Huh. Why does it keep giving me purple stuff? Is that something they changed in the challenging? And the other nice thing about the jammer is the fact that it does apply a debuff, or a status effect, in the jammer pulse, which triggers the vial mask on everyone.
Lot of guns.
System curtailed.
Spotted.
System restored.
They took him out. Med UAV. Shoot it in, go.
And the other problem with the bleed build is it does not work well on the armored guys. Works great on these guys, but you get one of the armored guys, like that's, or drones, and it's completely useless. But again, you can run the jammer pulse.
No more contacts.
For help against those
Head in
guys.
and secure the underground.
But generally, it's actually better to run something with a high magazine and automatic, so that you can just kind of spam the area, clipping enemies with bleeds. Oh, hello.
Lost a man.
Wow, that was a bunch of missing.
We got a tusk down. All day. To find a better angle. Firing.
This is challenging difficulty, is it? Should be, yeah. Why am I getting a bunch of purple crap? Grab this. I'm actually kind of curious as to... Does this do bleeds when it explodes? I don't remember. Reduces damage against named and reduced damage against named enemies. Powerful 40 by 46mm grenade with a 5mm blast. Does not do bleeds from the look of it. GR9 with... Oh, damn. Maxed out stats, basically. Although, doesn't I already get one with headshot damage on it? We're gonna loot it and take a look. Actually, don't I have that in my... I do... No. I mean, it does have headshot damage, but it has worse headshot damage than this one, so we will take this one. Yeah, we'll keep trying to... How close am I to maxing this out? 7 on that one, 9 on that one. Okay. Oh, and the other thing I wanted to look into was the grenades. There we go.
Found one!
Wow, that was a bunch of whiffing. Yeah, we killed them all. Okay. Yeah, the only downside to this build is the difficulty in taking out groups of bosses, really. Especially armored bosses. Non-armored bosses, not so difficult, but armored bosses, quite difficult. Because you have to get through that armor. And even then, the bleed typically doesn't actually kill them. Although you can reapply the bleed. And I hear droids. Do I see droids?
Hit! Right there! Lost the tusk!
It is always fun, though. Just watch them melt.
The command room is secure, but still no sign of the commanders. Find them and neutralize them.
I'm going to try this out. Oh, that's interesting. See, they used to have them come running from over here. But they've changed it so they spawn up there instead. Wow, that's a terrible rule. We're gonna go ahead and take it because I don't have a better version of it, but... same thing with you. Just grabbing that particular set.
In
case I ever want it.
Time to get topside.
If I remember really, aren't there some enemies up above?
The bridge is
Nope.
back under our
Wait.
control. Well done.
The bridge? What bridge? Where bridge? When bridge? Also, why am I showing enemies? What the heck are you? I mean, I'm pretty sure you're still there. Yeah. Oh, you're immune to that. What the heck is Heather? Since you're stuck here, I'm going to look you up. What the heck is Heather? Division 2 Heather. Robot. Heather is a named, small, elusive black-tusked mini-warhound division introduced with the Houndsman activity. Known for sleek, shy, Heather uses hunter smoke bombs to turn invisible for a few seconds, making her difficult to track. She is part of a set of special, fast-moving mini-bots encountered in the open world. Is there something... They dropped named items. Yeah, okay, so shoot them in the legs first off. Is what they were saying. Also take bleeds? Or do I just have to destroy all legs? Have I destroyed all the legs? I can't tell. Trying to get that back leg there. But I don't want to move too much without... Okay, 27, 27... Oh, there we go.
System malfunctioning.
Oh, okay. Mask I've got plenty of. Darkness, eh. And then the Harvest, this is a new one. I do not have, so I will take this one. And then the Darkness I do have several variants of. Okay, well, that's new and different.
Baggage screening is mandatory. Please
Okay, so, I'm going to go ahead and call it there for today. Oh, we're still 2 levels away from that, so hopefully sometime tomorrow we'll be able to unlock the Bittersweet and try that out, because I think that's a rifle. Yeah, rifle damage. So, we'll find out. So anyway, you all have a good day, good evening, good night. I will see you all tomorrow, and thank you all for coming.